What is up, everybody? It is I, Miss Sophia the Diva, and for my YouTube people, because you know I take these Facebook Live videos and I do edit them for YouTube. So if this is your first time here on this channel, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the Diva uploads videos. I'm trying to get better and consistent about my channel. As for my Facebook Live watchers and lurkers and stalkers, feel free to like this page if you do not already. So you know why we're here. We're here to talk about This Is a Big Rich Town. I just come from the poorest parts. It is time for Power, Season 3, Episode 4, Second Chances. So in the last episode, when we left off with Power, we had Tony Teresi is out of prison, who is kind of Ghost's nemesis, because remember when Ghost was going through all those legal troubles, Tony Teresi was the one who blackmailed him, partially because I think he also wanted to get to Tommy Egan, who turns out to be his son. So now we are here talking about second chances, because Tony done got out of prison. Although everyone is suspicious as to how he got out of prison, because he was in there for not snitching about the various murders that he may or may not committed on behalf of the mafia. But now all of a sudden you out. But now what I think is going on, because he has cut a deal with John Mock and Cooper Sachs, I think what he's doing is just trying to be out long enough to make sure that his wife Connie is comfortable. I don't know if he's going to betray Tommy. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I mean, he's a mobster, he's a criminal. And then Mock and Cooper are really like riding on him to give up the ghost, okay, so to speak. Oh, Kashana, you could stay on and we could have a good conversation, okay? You could if you wanted to. But anyways, love you, girl, and I will talk to you later. I realize now from last episode or 2 episodes ago, Kanan, when he was talking about taking over, I met Tommy's Connect. So basically, Kanan is really thinking about going in and getting dirty with Tommy and Ghost, because let's be real, who the hell, like somebody pointed out, is going to let go the fact that you sent me away to prison for life and you beat my ass and tried to burn me up and leave me for dead? Who the hell gonna forget about that? So vengeance is mine, said Kanan, okay? He thinks that he's going to get with Jason and just take over Tommy's supply. I'm like, see, you and Dre both got that mentality of y'all think y'all ready to take over, but you're not really ready to take over. Kanan is also very messy and divisive. He's playing it very cool. He brings up things to Tommy and Ghost together and when they're separate and apart. But meanwhile, I think with James Ghost St. Patrick, he be thinking every damn season, God damn, I just want to be legit. I just want to have a legit business. Can I live? Can I live? Now I'm out here slanging, I'm a dope boy again. I'm out here slanging drugs. Can I live? It's just like in The Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Okay, that was Godfather 3. That was the Christmas edition, in case y'all missed it. So every season, this is what is going on with Ghost. Tommy keeps saying that his father, Tony, is not going to be a problem. The problem is going to be Kanan. And y'all need to pay attention, Tommy and Ghost, because he's getting ready to go for the juggler. Because he brought up Teresi to Ghost, and that's when Ghost was like, oh no, let me holler at you, Tommy, here on the side, okay? So Tommy and Ghost have this conversation, and Courtney Kemp talks about this in the wrap-up session, about the fact that the key word in this entire episode was family. So when Ghost and Tommy are off on the side talking, Kanan like, my plan is falling into place. He was like, dude, what are you doing? You only known Tony for 15 minutes. And he was like, but yeah, that's my family. That's my dad. We've been your family your whole life. I was like, their whole life, Ghost? His whole life? Okay. Been the family the whole life. Okay. I feel bad for Agent Donovan. Agent Donovan is the black FBI agent that always ends up being somebody's patsy or pawn or whatever. I feel bad for him because last week I forgot to note this. Brenda Rodriguez, the sergeant in the New York Police Department, told him, you know that your boss is dirty. And he was like, oh yeah, but we need evidence. So I'll be curious to see how this is going to play out, because we'll talk about what happened at the end of the episode. He said something about she's hiding something, and I was like, you might not realize it, brother, but you her patsy. Because that's one of the things my friend and I were talking about today about prosecutors, like how you have to deal with them sometimes. They are so overly ambitious. It's to the point of blind ambition. Not all of them, but a lot of them is so competitive. I'm like, y'all don't even make a lot of money. So, but I get it. If you've ever seen that movie that Fractured with Ryan Gosling and Anthony Hopkins, that's a prime example of how blind ambition will damn near cost you your entire career. And that's the path that Angela Valdez is going down. I think that Dre is realizing that he is in over his head, messing around with the Mexican drug cartel. Because Diego and his sister Alicia, they are cutthroat. And my sister brought up a good point too. She said, why is it that Mexican siblings always be trying to kill each other in these shows? Like, what is up with that? His sister is now up to no good, Diego's sister, because she's like, well, how much are you short and what's going on? Well, come to find out, Diego is shooting his own self in the foot. He up here partying and drinking and doing team too much with the bottle girls and the waitresses and stuff that work at the club, until he's costing Dre money and he can't even cook the books properly because there's not enough funding to justify it. Hey, Dawn, I see that you're here with me. Good to see you. You got to join us live on time, but now we're missing Helena. So this, I don't know. I guess I get one of you either week. It doesn't matter because I love you both. So she's like, okay, I'll take care of it. Well, taking care of it means making her brother realize, look, you fucking up all the church's money and we need for you to get it together. So you need to apologize to Dre for doing what you do. Okay. And she's like, I need for you to come up with solutions. You understand? I need solutions. So I was like, oh shit, she wanted him. Don't be coming with problems. If you got a problem, you better come with a resolution and a solution or something, Dre. So really, Dre, like I said, you were still a dope boy. As a matter of fact, you could still have been a backpack boy, honestly. You're not a corner boy, but you're not quite ready to run an entire drug empire and cover your ass. Don, you think that Alicia is going to kill Dre or her brother? I think she's going to kill both of them in the end. So yeah, in the end, whatchamacallit had to give Dre the $60,000 needed to cover the money. Oh, okay, got you, girl. Right. So he had to give that up and apologize. What an humbling experience. I said, well, we know who got the kahunas in this family. Yeah, she gonna kill her brother. She might kill Dre, but I think she likes Dre. Like, I think she wants to get with him, okay? I thought it was kind of a cute and touching scene when Tommy and his father were down to the graveyard. I was like, oh, look at them reminiscing over the dearly departed that Tommy never knew and never will know unless they get to the other side together. But look like where Tommy going, if he don't get his shit together, he gonna be getting there sooner than he thinks. Tasha and Ghost. Let's just focus on that for a second. Let's marinate on that. Tasha is a product, or Tasha is the reason why her life is coming undone. But Ghost and her both chose to procreate and have children. Now, for the life of me, why would you want to have children in this lifestyle that you lead when most drug dealers are dead before they even 21? Don says that Tommy is too much in his feelings. He's in his feelings, but at the same time, he's on that stay woke, cause they be creeping. I'm like, yeah, it's like he kind of don't, and he's torn because it's like, finally I have a father. And somebody said they think that Kanan is jealous of Tommy for having a father. But I'm like, Kanan can't be jealous of anybody. You murdered your son, you murdered your cousin. I mean, it's... Dog, was that you who corrected me that time talking? Because for the longest, I thought jukebox was juice box because, she liked juice boxes. And so I thought her name was juice box, but it's jukebox. Okay. But anyway, with regards to Ghost, and Tasha, both of them are to blame for how their marriage is, how their life is, and how their children turned out. And quite frankly, in that scenario, children should have never been born until you got up out the life. Because Kanan brought that up too last week, and Tasha was pissed, but I'm like, it's the truth. They were born into this life. No matter how much you try to put rose-colored glasses over your life, you still a bunch of dope dealers, okay? That's what y'all do. Y'all run dope. You carry weight. You wanted the money. You want your husband to be the biggest dope dealer in New York, in the world. Top flight security. No, so with that, that's why when everything played out the way it did, I was like, good. Y'all both are destroying each other. But damn, Tasha was on some pretty powerful tranquilizers. I don't know what that doctor prescribed to her. But I don't like how Ghost came at her. But I think at the same time, the reason why Ghost comes at Tasha with such a sharp tongue is because he's like, if you had just fucking backed me up when I was trying to get out, we wouldn't be to this point. So that's why I'm like, he's not really trash as many people on Twitter keep saying. I don't think Ghost is trash. I think he's just mad. He doesn't know how to channel his feelings. He's broken. Dawn says Tasha had them for insurance. She wanted Ghost more. And that could be it, because girl, he got a nice stroke value. I mean, he know how to put it down in the bed. It's just something about a man's that takes all the risks that make no But I mean, that could be it too. Now look where you are. You love your children and you love your husband, and so look where you are. But he was telling her that you're selfish, and I was like, well, she is, because she wanted the life. I don't know who would want to be a drug kingpin for the rest of their lives, but whatever. We all know that they tend to burn out. My friend said, Dawn said that, yes, because men only need 3 things in a marriage: support, sex, and a sandwich. The 3 S's. Work it out. There you go. So he's upset because he's obsessed with getting this monument built in the name of his daughter in remembrance of her. Because Rashad Tate, which I still don't get what's going on there. I was like, do Rashad know who James St. Patrick really is? Like, did they grow up in the same neighborhood? And like, he really didn't know, you know, he knew who he was, but he was like the nerdy kid that nobody paid attention to. And he knows what James St. Patrick really is, and that's why he's got him on a leash. And Ghost kind of is compliant with it. I don't know, because the way that he talks to Ghost, I'm like, or James, let's call him who he is when he's with Rashad. With James, because you bold in telling him, you know, take a back seat, get in the corner. Ghost usually would slice and dice you by now. Okay, don't make him come up out his face. Okay. So, he's just cruddy to me. And I described Rashad Tate as a cruddy Negro. Yes, I did. I was going to tell him, you need to stick to the club thing, James. You really don't know. I was like, you really don't know who you're dealing with. But needless to say, James got up there like a drunk person, which he probably was, because he drinking alcohol for breakfast of champions, or should I say losers. Although there's nothing wrong with mimosas and Bloody Mary. So I take that back. I retract that statement. It's not for losers. It's for winners, because we be winning with the brunch and the mimosas. Okay. He gets up on stage to make this eloquent speech that Tasha was supposed to make, but she couldn't be there. And so next thing you know, he's like, oh my God, I see Raina. I was like, whoa. Call Tasha, because he gonna need the same meds that she on, because he having hallucinations. He's so stressed out. Get him some Ativan. That shit works good. It works great. You can't be seen Raina, but I was like, come on, girl, playing Raina, girl. Get them checks. Get them flashback checks and those magical appearance checks. That's what I'm talking about, girl. You still getting paid. You died in season 4, but you're still alive and well in season 5. By the way, shout out to what's her name, Yasmin or whatever the little baby girl name is that's about 5 or 6 now. You know, everybody talking about where this child come from. Obviously, these are people who did not watch season 1. But I just was like, you know, Tariq gone. He out of sight, out of mind. Raina's dead and buried. All they got left is Yaz. I was like, where's she at? But you know, she made an appearance. So shout out for her getting a check tonight too, or last night. So when Ghost got home, he was so upset because he found out they were 40% short of the fundraising goal. He comes in, he blames Tasha again. And I'm like, Ghost, at this point, this is getting old and it's toxic. It's not healthy. Y'all need to go ahead and figure out what it is y'all going to do because the marriage is in shambles. In a conversation with her mother, Tasha says, maybe I need to stand alone. You know, I stood by him with this and this and this and this and this. And Debbie Morgan, aka Angie, because we know her from the Jesse and Angie duo of, what was that, All My Children. She's talking to her mother and it's like, maybe I need to stand alone. And honestly, Tasha, that's what should have happened a long time ago. Why did he call Angela? Why did Ghost call Angela? Because Ghost is holding on, or Jamie is holding on to what was and what should have been. Had Angela never left the old neighborhood, they probably would have been married. He probably would have been a legit businessman working on Wall Street, and she would have been the overly ambitious lawyer that she is today without all of the cover-ups, so to speak. Either way, I think the best thing for her to do was to separate from her husband. And of course, Terry really was not a good person because he told me, well, you can come stay here. So you gonna move from one bad relationship to a rebound relationship that may or may not work out because it's something new. And then people are like, I can't believe she really left Ghost. And I'm like, she'll be back. Tasha will be back. But anyway, the manner in which she did it to try to leave, I'm just like, you really should have just laid and wait. Never let a man see your hand when you actually trying to leave, especially given how volatile the situation could have turned. I just would have been like slowly but surely packing up shit and moving it into Terry's house. We could have completed this job in 5 days. Okay, because Ghost be in and out. He always up in Rashad Tate's face. And then Rashad wants him to take a back seat. Yeah, being in a rebound relationship is bad. And that's why when I meet guys, I'm just like, so when was your last relationship? What happened? You know, these are questions that need to be answered. And Rashad Tate gonna go to Dre and ask him to help raise funds for the projects. And so Dre was like, I don't want to be part of that. And I'm like, honestly, you don't, because it's just going to bring publicity to you and put your face out there. And just like James' face was out there, neither one of y'all that's running drugs should be a face of anything. And he said, it's not the life or image I want, no matter how clean the image is. Don said that Tasha jumps from the frying pan into the fire. She dumb. That's all. She just stuck on stupid. Be it she stuck on Ghost or she stuck on Terry. She just, I don't know. That damn Tasha. You want to like her, but at the same time you don't, because she get on your damn nerves. Here's the thing with Ghost, with James. You need a new woman altogether. You don't need a woman from the past. You don't need one from the present. You need to be looking for one that's gonna give you a brighter future. Because neither one of these women, because Angela locked your ass up. Just like Dawn and I said on Twitter together. Sex sent me to the slammer. Okay? So I don't like Rashad Tate. He's dirty. Proctor. Let's talk about Proctor real quick. I love Turtle. I love Turtle. If y'all remember, he was in Entourage. I was in Entourage once too. I know that's my biggest claim to fame, but I'm proud that I was in LA for only 2 months and I got a part in Entourage. My episode premiered Mother's Day 2007. Check it out. I don't know what season it was because at that time I didn't have cable. But either way, I filmed with Johnny Drama. Okay. When he came to Variety, when I was working at Variety. And yeah, my friend Natalie and I, you know, reached in between us. Excuse me, ladies. And we were like, oh. Y'all, my hair and makeup wasn't all together because it was the day before my every 2 week salon appointment with Brian Perry. So yeah, I don't look as cute, but you can recognize me, legs and all. Either way, back to the subject at hand. So Proctor's cokehead ex-wife gonna barge into his apartment, who she's a former attorney too, talking about, hey baby girl, oh my god, it's so good to see you. There's another coin. And that little girl was shady. She was like, thanks mom, I'll put him with all the others. So how many times are you gonna go back to AA and try to get some help, sister girl, girlfriend? Your daughter don't have faith in your ability to stay sober no more than 30 days. So she was like, I did it for you. I'm going to get custody back of you. We're going to do this, this, and this. And I'm just standing there. You got the unmitigated gall to barge up in this man's apartment making cokehead noises because you sound high right now. Actually, it sounds like you're on crystal meth is what it sounds like. Talking about how you done changed. And then she talking about, and then she never talked down to him to my boy, I heard you had a bar hearing, and it looked like you gonna lose your license anyway. Excuse my language, people, because I don't like to use this word, but lately it comes out my mouth. Bitch, please. Okay. Arturo, the leader of the Toros. As you know, last week he witnessed 3 fellow Toros get taken down. Boop, boop, boop. One bullet by one bullet by one bullet. His ass is in there with Angela and some other dude, some other investigator. I guess he replaced Greg. I don't know. May he rest in peace. That's what I see. Angela killed folk too, or got folk killed. So they basically took him into custody and basically threatened him with telling him that they would put out the word that he was a snitch on the street, basically. So he's seen how Diego gets down. And he was like, if y'all gonna protect me, I'm gonna start singing like a bird. They down there to the private airport and some going down. They about to leave tonight. Yeah, that's all I know. Can I go? Can we pretend we never had this conversation? Thanks, that's great. Proctor ends up meeting after that with Tommy about his dad, I think. Oh, and Proctor was telling him, be careful with your daddy, because he says, as far as I know, his release seems legit, but I wouldn't trust it. On top of that, we learned that Proctor had told Tommy a long time ago his dad was getting out. But when Ghost met with him, Proctor was like, oh, I just found out today. And Ghost was like, dude, don't lie to me. And he was like, let me tell you why I'm lying to you. Because Tommy ass is crazy. I watched him kill a federal agent right here in my damn kitchen. Okay, so I wasn't fucking with him like that. That's why I told him. So I ain't trying to get stabbed. You know, I got your back. Hell, why else would you call me when your ass got shot? Okay? So I was like, Lord help, this is just so complex. Yeah, the Hermanos arrest was a little bit too easy. So I don't know what that was all about, but we'll get into it. It was crazy. This whole episode, this was one of the most epic episodes for this season so far. Probably in Power history. I'm trying to think of others aside from when Omari Hardwick is naked. But either way, I said Terry Silver wants Tasha and the last undamaged child to come stay with him. He gonna be a stepdaddy. He gonna be a bonus daddy. So we talk about that. Here's the other thing that happened. Cristobal is sitting back in the cut waiting for the final act. Jigga what? Oh, Alicia says something very interesting to Dre. She was like, here's your $60,000. My brother has apologized to you. Now I need for you to teach Cristobal how to do the books down to the club. And he was like, what? She was like, no, because we getting ready to go international. You see, we're going to go. He's going to take care of the domestic. And yeah, you're going to take care of international. I was like, she going to kill you, Dre. She going to kill you. Once Cristobal got them books down pat, she don't need you no more. Stay woke, because they be killing. Okay, so next thing you know, as Dre and Cristobal are leaving the meeting, here comes the cavalry rolling up down to the airport. Child, they took them all in without incident. And that was suspicious. Too easy. Next thing you know, new boo, sexy boo that done showed up and put it on Angela, which she was telling all the church's business, honey, to him. Next thing you know, he talking about, don't nobody up in here talk to the Jimenez siblings, okay? I'm gonna talk to, because she was like, everybody was like, oh my God, Angela is so wonderful. I'm like, God, yes, girl, I got them. I did this. Team Sax was like, I helped. I was like, shut up, Sax. John Mark, I always thought it was gonna be me that got him. For some reason, I'm starting to think that Mark and Sax are working with new dude. I don't know what his name is, but he is sexy as hell. As a matter of fact, I'm like, can I get on Power to, like, I just need to be on set, like, hanging in the background and maybe get a featured line or something. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not union yet, but I'm working on it. Okay, y'all see me? You see me? 50 Cent, let me not shout out 50 Cent too long, be like, I want to get with him because his, y'all, it is a poor soul. I don't know who she is, but I do remember, I think I saw her at the Comedy Store a couple of years ago. She's a fellow comedian and she is like die hard obsessed with 50 Cent. I don't know if they were in a relationship before because there's like many pictures of them together from back in the day. And she's now in Atlanta doing this love story documentary and is painfully upset that 50 Cent has not shown up to be with her. And I'm like, 50 Cent must have some serious stroke value because my auntie Vivica is still not over him. Y'all know I call Vivica A. Fox auntie because I wish she was my auntie because I really love her and her wigs. Either way, let me get back on subject, but New Boo got it. And she was like, you did this to me. Now, I think him and Sax and Mock might be working together. I don't know if that's just a theory. Then number two, he can't be bald because Alicia was telling him, well, what do you want? We'll put you on payroll, you know, if you let us out. He was like, quite frankly, this case is flimsy, so we're going to let you go anyway. And then I don't get it. Angela's upset. She mad because she done gave up her cookie. I hope she didn't get like Faith Evans and eat his booty out like groceries. Then that's just really just a waste of good sex. Ugh. So I was like, grand opening, grand closing. It's all over, Angela. So I don't know where your career gonna go from here, boo-boo. And she upset. This was the biggest case of my life. Oh my God. I was like, greater is waiting, okay? Why don't you just put your faith in God and hope a new case come along, okay? But here's the irony of all of this with, boy, I tell you, the writers be writing in karma. I was like, that's how you know that I believe that God sometimes just is all part of the whole interworkings of the writing process too. So remember how Angela did James St. Patrick? She thought sleeping with him he would be, you know, faithful and honest with her and let her get her way. Or you thought giving up your cookie would help you with your cases. Look how that backfired. And then number two, what really is funny is how you thought you were going to do Brenda Rodriguez by taking her case from her about Ray Ray. Okay, so look how that turned out for you. So now the same thing that you tried to do to Ghost or Jamie and Brenda Rodriguez, that shit just karma. Poe Proctor, Lord, they done swarmed down into his little happy apartment. And it was funny that when he was talking to Ghost that they brought that up about the fact that Tommy had killed somebody in his damn kitchen. Now the feds are there investigating. And Sax and Mock are behind it. At this point, if I was Proctor, I too would file harassment claims against them because now at this point, it is becoming ridiculous. Talking about, you better hope our investigation don't find anything because that's the last place his cell phone was. Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck happened to him after he left my house. Maybe his phone died. Shit. But they said they looking for evidence of a crime. I was like, note to self. Never let your clients have meetings at your place of residence. Maybe we should all go down to the WeWork building in my little temporary office and work this shit out, or down to the clubhouse. Okay. So Tasha packed up her shit and was leaving. Ghost like can't believe that she leaving, and she also announced that she wants a divorce. Good riddance. I said that Mock and Sax are just some low down dirty scoundrels. They are. They so thirsty and they all about vengeance, but I'm like, that shit ain't gonna play out well for you. For you to be that hubris that you display, Proctor just might be the harbinger of your fate. And just as I thought, in the end, Dre decides to take Rashad Tate's deal. He ain't shit. Rashad ain't shit. That's fucked up is what it is. So he gonna stand there and tell Ghost, talking about, hello, Mr. St. Patrick. You know, I just wanted to say, you know, it's gonna be a pleasure working with you, because even though we had to part ways the way that we did, I was like, you gonna die, Dre, you gonna die. Standing up there looking like a damn Kappa man in that damn red jacket you had on. Where you going? So remember when Ghost and Kanan were talking about how they could get Tommy to continue to be on their side and pull him more so towards them and keep the Italians from attacking him? Is we got to protect Tommy. So Kanan enlisted Tweedledee and Tweedledum and gave them some blanks, talking about, we doing a drive-by. Don't worry if the blank, we just want to scare them. These motherfuckers, fuck that shit, man. We're going to get some real bullets. Fool, you crazy if you think we're going in there and not take some real guns. Next thing you know, Teresi, Tommy is coming out with, I guess, the guy who's the godfather of the mafia family that Teresi's part of. He's the crime boss and some other folk. And these fools drive by and start shooting at them. And so everybody's like, oh my God, what's going on? Then Kanan rides up like the cavalry and takes all of them out. And then the Italian boss is like, what the fuck is going on? So anyway, it looks like Kanan and Tommy are really good friends. And so now Kanan is in good with the Italians. So I think that was the plan. You know, we save the Italians so they won't fuck with our shit. I think that's what happened. I was like, Kanan killed them both, so wrong answer, time to dance, you dumb asses. Teresi cut a deal with John, Mock, and Connie is no fool. She knew something was up. She told me, I know you did something. How the hell are you home? And you were serving a life sentence, and that's when he confessed to her what had happened. Somebody said that they believe that Connie is probably going to tell Tommy what happened. After the shooting, Tommy was scared because he thought that maybe somebody had tried to hit Teresi, his daddy. So he goes over there. I guess he had tried to call him because Connie was like, don't you answer your fucking phone while you talking to me. You going to tell me everything that's going on. What's going on? Something ain't right. Then Tommy was about to come. Teresi was telling him, let me help you. Let me protect you. What y'all got going on? And I was like, Tommy, don't you say shit. In the words of Robert De Niro's character from Goodfellas, keep your mouth shut and never rat on your friends. I mean, it's the same damn thing. I laugh now that I watched it. I love Goodfellas, by the way. But yeah, don't say shit to Teresi. Keep your suspicions sharp. Family or no family, you just met this man and he's a criminal, a hardcore criminal. Needless to say, what many of us hoped would happen or many of us hoped wouldn't. There are some that are team Jamie and Angie, and there are others like, fuck her, leave her alone, Ghost, move on. They get together, finally, because she's had a bad day, he's having a bad life. They meet and it's all romantical and shit, and it's like, I guess they gonna be together after all. Let's make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love end. Oh, let me tell you how much I love you. Let me tell you, boy, I'll never leave you, baby, baby. Oh, that key sweat gets you every time, don't it? Hey, Helena, I see that you're on watching. Do you have any more commentary? Because I think we are done. But y'all need to get on Twitter and read some of these comments. Oh, the last line by the waitress was also powerful when she said, do you two know what you want? And I'm like, ooh, that's deep. That is deep, okay? asking them what do they want, as in what do you want to order. But the truth of the matter is, Jamie and Angie, what do you two want with each other out of life for your futures in this very moment? What is it that you want? Next week is going to be interesting. Tate and Kanan, I feel like, are two demons in Ghost's life. I really do. I don't think it's going to end well for Tate, Kanan, Dre, Diego, any of them mofos, and we'll see. I don't know. But Helena, do you have anything? We're pretty much at the end, but you know I'm always open for more commentary. We have covered the fact that Tasha left. Helena said I almost threw up when James and Angela were together. I don't see it for them. I mean, they kind of are codependent on one another because they get each other, because they're comfortable, they grew up together. But at the same time, you all are in two different points in your lives. You just are. And I think that you need to accept that it's only best. Trey Songz wrote a song about it. I think that Jamie should go ahead and cue it up and play it. I only want what's best for you. I don't want to lose you, but you know what? I only want what's best for you. And I think that it is best that they separate. What's the name? Avant has a song too. See, I'm like Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. I got a catalog. I got a song for every situation. What you need me to sing about? Okay. Anything else? Because we talked about Teresi trying to get Tommy to sing like a cage bird. Angela lost her case. Ghost lost his whole entire family, although that ain't no real loss with Tasha gone, but at least let him see his other daughter. And then I guess Tariq is probably not going to be visible for another episode or two because they sent him away out of sight, out of mind to a boarding school. So I don't know, but that's all I've got on this episode. If no one has anything else they want to share. But anyways, we'll see next week. I miss watching My Power with my friend. We always watch that together, but somebody went on vacation and left my ass anyway. Anywho, that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining. I will be editing this again for my YouTube. To my Facebook people who are watching this on the Facebook version, please like this page, but don't be shy and pooch on over to YouTube because this will be cut down, condensed, all of that. Let me see who was on tonight. So I want to thank Dawn for joining, Kashana for checking in, Miss Anika, she was on here for a bit, Helena, she said, Dawn said Ghost is naked and flexible. Yes, he is. Praise the Lord, made in our image. Anybody seen Dr. Constantine in South Carolina? Tell him I got a cavity that needs to be filled. I was like, oh, look at them big hands, Jesus. Y'all need to check out. He did In My Feelings, as in feelings, challenge. And I don't know, they said he'd been on the Steve Harvey show. And I was like, oh my God, this man is fine. He is beautiful. I don't know if he's Greek or what, but good Lord. Let me tell you something. I love me a good Greek man or an Italian man. And what makes it even best is when they're half Greek and half Italian. Oh my God. When I was in college, there was this guy that I used to talk to. Him and his brother, oh my God, they were beautiful. I was like, what the fuck? This is a great combination. That means if you mix that with black, you got beautiful. No, true. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thank you guys for joining. I will be reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac and Queen Sugar coming up shortly. Good night.